Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City. And a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the New England Patriots. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, Newton. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is caught inside the 5. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Mack. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Marlon Mack, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their 38. First carry for Najee Harris. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Now for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. A give to Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now Newton on first down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. And a quick throw here. That's complete. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. 2nd and 12. Again, Newton. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. Now Newton. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. Makes the score Patriots 21, Steelers nothing. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Off play action. Callaway. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Off the play fake. Callaway. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Callaway. Here's Fuller with a catch. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line. 21-0 our score after one. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards the pickup there. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Patriots' 10-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Back to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. He's at the 50. The 30.
That's right, baby. It's all me.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Now the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Steelers nothing. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Callaway. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 23. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're going louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. Hear about pressure creating.
And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Taken in at the 3.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And this is caught. And he will finally be taken out of bounds.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far, and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
On 2nd and goal, Newton. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Pats are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Get up, 55.
From the gun, Callaway. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On first down, Callaway. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Off play action. Callaway rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's fourth down.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jalen Mills.
And the Patriots will take over possession here up at the 44.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Newton on first down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 55 rushing yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They won't throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. A run with Harris out of the shotgun, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They go play action here on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Looking to throw. Callaway. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fuller, but he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead to more issues.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Newton. This is Smith with a grab. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go right back to Mack. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 48 yards on the ground for him so far. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And maybe Shane's in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Back to throw, Newton. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. And his kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3,
but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Now a first down carry for Harris. And some room to work. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are able to at least knock the deficit down a bit. Boswell for the extra point. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line ready to go. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Newton. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Mack. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now a 2nd down and 6. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. 69 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. And they take a knee. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number.